one.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the next Kizuna AMA. Guys, you got AMA number 6.
Yeah,
AMA
anime
number
That's
number
right.
6.
So it's the 5th of July 2021, and we have Tats and Akira here, and we're gonna have some very exciting demos today, so I can't wait.
Yeah. We have some exciting things to show the community, and I think if there's any questions along the way, we can answer them. Yeah. So, shall I start on the demo, Akira? Or
Go on. Yeah. I'll be keeping an eye on the YouTube live comments or questions, so we can answer them later. But go ahead, Tats.
okay, just give me a few minutes. I'll just prep things up. Uh,
Akira, while Tats is doing that, do you want to give us a little bit of any highlights? I think, what is it? It's a couple of months since our last AMA, isn't it?
Yeah, almost a couple of months. Yeah, just the team has been because our team, we do daily stand-ups. Even though I'm not a developer, I participate in the daily stand-ups to get a feel on what the dev team is doing. And the past month, the dev team has been really working diligently towards our next milestone. And I see them working day to day, and it's just really a pleasure to see them. And also, I just want to also say thank you in behalf of our team, in behalf of the Holochain Institute of Japan. Thank you to all our donors who are constantly donating to us, and also to all the message of support and message and motivational messages that we keep on receiving. They really mean a lot to us and keeps us going. So shout out to all those people. You know who you are. They're very amazing group of people, and we're very grateful. Um, yeah. I guess what I want to tell everyone is what Tats will show. Let's just let's just show the demo. I think that would be really the greatest highlight of this AMA. So yeah,
all right. Okay. Yeah. So we're ready. Let me share my. Oh, Akira, can you allow me to share the screen?
sure. There you go.
Okay. Right, so here we are. I think this is familiar to most of the people who have watched our MMA. So we are running three browsers, three agents in three browsers basically, and we're gonna give them a nickname. So I think this part we've already shown this before, so I'm gonna go quickly on this one. It could be Alice, then Bob. So the first change that we would like to say is that so we've noticed that the elemental chat that is being used as the kind of like proof of concept app for Holo hosted testing right now have implemented this thing called Identicon, and upon talking to the Holo team, they've said that we can also pretty much use it as well. So we've incorporated that into Kizuna. So if you go to the menu tab, you will see here the identicon for each of the agent. So
Yeah.
this is what we call the identicon, which is this is generated from the public key of the agent. That is the user you could think of. So this is the public key of the user, right? So this is a new page. This is a profile page of each user in Kizuna, and you would see the identicon here, like that. And yeah, so that's one thing that we've added, and course, we can pretty much chat with one another already. And also, in the recent month, we were able to set up our own proxy server, and we were able to use Kizuna to do a group chat between this computer that I'm using in Japan and another two computers that is located in the Philippines. And so we were able to send files, messages, media, videos um, from Japan to the Philippines in a peer-to-peer fashion. And so that was really exciting. I think that's one thing that we really wanted to share also in today's AMA. And so to just show you a glimpse of what we were doing, so you can send hello, And as you can see, the chat pops up in Bob's screen and then Charlie's screen as well. And so first, there's a typing indicator, as you're mostly familiar with other messaging applications. So like when you type, 1, 2, 3, you would see Alice typing. Bob's screen would show that Alice is typing, and vice versa. If it's sorry, let me move this Zoom thing. There we go. Yeah. If Bob is typing, it would show on Alice's screen. If Charlie is typing, it would be Charlie. Yeah. And I also want to show that we are being able to send images. Image worked nicely. There we go. So this is just a. I think this have we shown this before? I'm not sure, but anyway, we're being able to download images easily, and that opens up. Yep. So you can download it, you can send it, and you can also send. Actually, you can send pretty much any files you would like to. If you would like to send a video, you could. Here is a video. Yeah, and it will play nicely. There we go. And you can pretty much download that as well. Oh, and there's a new feature that we've added, which is a reply function. So for example, you would like to reply to someone. This is available in any other chat applications as well. We've incorporated this in Kizuna. So if you just want to say thank you to the person who sent video, thank you. And it's going to show you here a nice UI that indicates that you are replying to a particular message. And yeah, so group conversation is pretty much has all the features that we can implement as of this moment. And yeah, we feel like we're really ready for us to be able to test the Kizuna in the wider community that we have right now. So we're really excited for that. You can also, by the way, search messages by date as of the moment. Wait. Oh, the modal is not sure. Oh, okay. That one is not working. Let me try again. Okay, so there is a bug here. That's weird. Okay, well, we'll fix that. But anyway, you could also search messages by date. So for example, for June 21, you could search messages in that date. For June 22. Actually, let's try with P2P. That might work. Let me shush. With peer-to-peer chat. So that was a group chat. Here, this is in. So let's send the message to Bob. Okay, so it seems like there is a bug here. Okay, we'll fix that. But yeah, so this is pretty much the features that we have as of this moment in Kizuna. And also, if you notice, we are displaying the public key of the user. So beside their nickname, right? Beside their nickname. So this is something very, very important because in Kizuna, nicknames are not unique. So you can even have two Alices, two Bobs, two Charlies that have the same nicknames, at least for current implementation. And so to differentiate between those two, you see the agent public key here showing in the list of the conversations as well. So yeah, in the peer-to-peer, you can send pictures as well as images. Pictures and videos as well. Same as
you can do voice messages as well, I guess.
That this is just a right. So this is just a placeholder right now. It doesn't really do anything. This is to be implemented. Yeah. Voice memos, taking pictures. Once we are on mobile, this is going to be implemented as well. Yeah. But any other file types you can send, text files and anything. Actually, we can also try sending a text file here. just to show people, show everyone. Yeah. And by the way, if you haven't read the messages, of course, it would indicate that you have 3 messages that you have not read. And once you click on them, once you read them, it will be gone. The badges will be gone. And it's a little bit difficult to see because it's too small. We'll make it larger. But the check mark here was only 1 when you send message. Yeah, it's just 1. And then once Bob reads it, it becomes 2, indicating that you've read the message. So these are being these features are possible because of the signal features that Holochain has on their development kit. So it is performing really well. We've tested this over the internet, and messages are getting sent instantaneously. So I think if people have used Elemental Chat, they also have felt this as well. So yeah, overall, we're really excited, and we're super happy to be able to get here, and really excited to get to the next stage of development for this for Kizuna. Yeah.
Wow. Akira, have any questions come up?
So far, yes. Camille S has a questions. He said that are we able to test it on our personal computers?
Yes. We are testing it on. We've tested it on my personal computer and then on 2 of our other team members in Kizuna, located in the Philippines. So we're 3 of us chatting in the group chat, sending images, videos, chatting. So those worked. And so the next stage is to be able to kind of like test it with a larger number of group of people. And we're seeing there are 2 ways to do this. So um, there's the being able to run. So if any of the community members in Kizuna have tried other holochain applications like Junto or um, what's the other one? Like for example, Acorn. So they distribute their application as a desktop application, but those are not hosted on Holo. You are literally running your uh, source chain locally. So we could distribute Kizuna in those ways, but we could also distribute Kizuna in the Holo hosted version, which is what we are really targeting as a project. So for that, of course, we need the cooperation of the Holo team as well, and be able to kind of create like a test network for Kizuna. So we're in talks with the Holo team as well on that. And so, yeah, stay tuned for that as well in the near future. But anyway, to answer the question, yes, we've tested it on our personal computers and it works.
And Tats, what would be great is just going. Can you take us behind the scenes a little bit? And I'm especially interested in like the difference in how messages and files are, I guess, sent and stored. So you talked a little bit about Holochain's signaling with Holochain and using that. But yeah, could you take all the users behind the scenes and just show them how some things are working, and maybe point out then some of the differences in building what you've built with Holochain rather than other environments?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So for example, um, in the group messaging right now, all of the messages that Alice has sent and Bob has sent, they are not really getting stored on any centralized servers. That would be the case if we were building a messaging application in a traditional architecture pattern of server and client, right? You have a giant computer in the middle storing everything, and this is how pretty much other cloud messaging applications store their messages. How it happens in Kizuna is that every message being sent on the group chat is stored on the DHT, or what we call the distributed hash table. This is like the uh, shared storage space, or the public space for the members inside that DHT to be able to share content with one another.
So
the thing is,
can I just butt in here? So does that mean if you go back in your demo, is Bob, Charlie, and Alice a DHT, or is Kizuna itself a DHT?
Right. So the right now, all the group conversations are in one DHT that is in Kizuna's as Kizuna's DHT.
Yep.
But in the future, if you look at our roadmap, which I could show actually, we are planning to create a separate DHTs per group. Oh, sorry, this is in Japanese. Wait a bit. Yeah, so we are planning to where's the roadmap there? So you see here a clonable DNA pattern for group messaging. What this means is that we will be able to create one DHT, one shared space per group conversation, which will have a stronger membrane for that group conversation, a stronger security, stronger privacy for that group conversation, and that is where we are headed.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, so that is for group messaging, which is really exciting because it is a really new way of storing content in the distributed network. So yeah, and then for peer-to-peer messaging, wherein it's just one-on-one, like you're not messaging with multiple people, these messages are not even stored on the DHT. These messages are only stored on your source chain. So source chain this is like your personal record of the things that you've done in a particular application in Holochain. So every Holochain application will provide you with, no, not really Holochain application, but more accurately, each DHT space will provide you with one source chain, like one source chain per agent, where you can store private things. And so since a peer-to-peer messaging is a private conversation, we do not share anything on the DHT except the metadata of the messages. But the content, the content of the messages and whatnot are not stored on the DHT. They're only stored on the source chain of the agents that are talking to one another. And so that's how we increase the privacy and security of the agents interacting with one another. So yeah, if you could easily imagine that in a cloud messaging application, even peer-to-peer messagings are really stored on the server, right? And
so even WhatsApp stored on a server.
Oh no, well, to be no. I think WhatsApp is not stored on this. Well, Signal, I'm sure Signal doesn't store their messages on the server. Well, temporarily they do, but it's an end-to-end encrypted messages. Your message arrives locally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
WhatsApp, I'm not entirely sure because they're a closed source project, but probably, yeah. So what I refer to by cloud messaging service, because Kizuna essentially is a cloud messaging application, and because we're going to be hosting this application on Holo host, which is a cloud. It's a distributed cloud, right? So unlike the other cloud messaging services, Holo ports are distributed in the world, so you don't have that central place for kind of like bad actors, hackers, and whatnot who are trying to steal your data to go to and steal everything. So they can't do that. It's very hard to do that in Holo because it's distributed. And second, your peer-to-peer messages are not placed in a shared space called the DHT. It's only stored in your source chain. So that adds another layer of kind of privacy and security. So yeah, I hope that was clear. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So stop my sharing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
Any more questions?
Well, it just feels like it's come on so much because I looked at 11th of May. I mean, in the last 7 weeks, it's come on so much. What's changed?
I think the chemistry of the team has been really good the past 7 weeks that we've been working together, and the support that we've been getting from the community as well as from the core team has been as well as amazing. And so I think we're really getting a hang of um, how to build a distributed application in Holochain. And so I think it has kind of clicked for us this past 7 weeks and was able to kind of implement features on top of one another. And so yeah, I think we were in the flow in a sense, and we hopefully can continue this momentum.
I think, yeah, as far as I've observed from the dev team, the focus has been really on point the past month. Everyone's been clear on what they have to do, and everyone's been delivering solidly on deliverables, and it was really fun and energetic month for us, and I guess that energy has really transferred into the work, into the application itself, and yeah, I think that's also what has changed in the past month.
Oh. Okay, so Tats, do you want to maybe bring the milestones back up again? Because I think that on the screen that you
Sure.
just had, just thinking about supporting people to think like, well, what's coming next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so and the big next step is having it as a hosted app.
Right. Yes. So we can probably put a dot on this one already, the second prototype, because
Yep.
we've mostly implemented everything we need.
Yep.
And yeah, just an update. We will mostly skip this part, the self-hosted agents, because that's not what we really want to do. What we want is the next one, which is being able to serve the Kizuna Holochain application to our community members with a single URL. So you
Yep.
can just tell them, hey, go here, and then you can sign up, make your account, and wow, voila, you can already play with everyone else. So that's the next big thing. Yeah.
Okay, super.
Yeah. And
Question,
yeah.
just a question from the YouTube live from Raxafon76. The PC version, is it a web app or is it something we can install?
So right now in Kizuna, we are building the UI as a progressive web app. So it can be served. So if it's going to be from the Holo hosted, it's going to be on the browser. Just to be clear. So it's going to be from the browser, and we are also looking. Right now, we're looking at ways to be able to run it on mobile as a hybrid application. So it's still running in the browser, but then it acts like a native application basically. Um, and then to answer whether you can install it as an app, we can also wrap it. We can kind of like wrap the application to be a desktop application, since we are again building the Kizuna UI as a progressive web app with this framework called Ionic. So it is
Yep.
easy to wrap them into a desktop app, into a mobile app, into a browser app. So yeah, so we're planning to target. Our priority though is mobile, and then probably installables on the desktop next. Yeah. And to just add to what I said a while ago, the next big thing is to be able to allow community members to interact in Kizuna using the Kizuna second prototype that we've made. But we're also in parallel working on the encryption scheme and P2P voice and video call. So yeah, so these things are running in parallel. We're kind of waiting on the for us to be able to do the testing on the hosted network. But even before that, we're already working on the kind of like first draft of the encryption scheme. and also the P2P voice and video calls. So things are running in parallel in this sense. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Raxefon76 says thanks.
Sure. Yeah, David, was that clear from my end?
Very exciting. Completely clear.
Thank you.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So come a long way, really, but still a long way to go. We're working on each milestones as quick as we can, but as also carefully as we can. We don't want to rush things. I think we've said this in the past AMAs. We're trying to carefully design our application, and yeah, so I think that's the update that I want to give from the dev side, I would say.
Perfect. Yeah, nothing more from me. Really exciting, guys. Just fantastic progress.
Yeah, thank you, David.
Just want to bring something up on the community side this time. To those who haven't yet, but are viewing us right now on YouTube Live, please do join our Telegram community. I would be sharing the link in the description below, and actually right now in the chat, live chat, so that we can connect with one another and talk about Kizuna. And also we have launched the past month we have launched our Kizuna suggestion box. So this is our efforts in because we are actually quite curious about what the community thinks with regards to development, app features, potential app features that we're gonna have, or community growth, growth strategies. And so we'd love to hear what you guys have to think. So I'm also sharing that link in the description and here in the live comments. So please do drop a suggestion or a feedback to the team if you have one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much good on my end as well. And if there's any other questions, yeah, you can always ask in the Telegram Kizuna community. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions you have there or any things you want to clarify.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll probably check in with another AMA in a couple of months. And in the meantime, I think we should definitely take this and do an ecosystem session and go a bit deeper into some of the features and everything. So let's well, actually, when the live streaming pauses, then we can just stay on and schedule that for sometime in the next couple of weeks. Hey, so I think there's a lot here that we can unpack more slowly. Look at the code, look at the movement, and get a couple of all of the way the team amazingly make those little clips and everything. I think there's a ton of great stuff here.
Definitely, yeah. I'm excited to have that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, seems like there's no more questions. Yeah, we can wrap it up now. Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon again. Thank you.
To the next one. Bye-bye. All right, just live stream just ended.